Hey there folks, how's it going? Today I'm gonna show you a full customization system that I made for my multiplayer game. Now on the main menu there is a section with your character name and you can click here to edit or make a new one. In this character creation screen you can pick an item for your head and another one for your body. Some of them look kinda weird and some others look fire. Besides the clothing, you can also choose a color for your character's skin and another one for their clothing. And when you join a room with other people, they're gonna see your character with your customization options. Inside of the game, your building will also have the color of your clothing, so it's easier to differentiate which player has each building. And now I also added colored arrows for the players, so if your friend is red, you already know that he's the red arrow. To create this mechanic, I first needed some 3D models for the skins. I already had a collection with lots of assets from the Epic Marketplace, and some of them I had even set aside to be used as skins in the future. Stuff like this medieval knight, or a package with stylized character that has this dope suit in it, and of course some asset packs with female clothing. Since my idea with this game is to be kind of like Broforce, with this bro vibe and a lot of exaggerated hyper-masculine guys with guns, I opted to not make a female version of the character yet. But even without a feminine body type, it doesn't mean you can't have dude bros wearing feminine clothing. Then it becomes this funny quirky thing of a guy with hairy legs using this little anime schoolgirl skirt. Depending on what squad you're in, you guys are gonna look like the village people, and this makes the game a lot more cheesy and fun. But now you must be wondering, how can I grab a 3D model from the store and transform that into a skin for my game? It's simple really, just a lot of Blender and patience. The process revolves around basically exporting the base model from Unreal and plugging that into Blender. Then it's all a matter of scaling the object and pulling some polygons where I need them to be. Here you gotta go with a lot of patience, and slowly we can fit any humanoid model into the proportions of the base character. And with the model having more or less the correct proportions, it is very easy to share the same skeleton and use the same animations as the base character. This means that we can change our player's 3D model while retaining every single animation, which saves a whole lot of time and allows me to put a lot more skins into the game. But there was one element in all of this that was hellish to create. You know when you open any game nowadays and you can interact with all of the UI using just a gamepad? Well, to make this work in Unreal is kind of hard and convoluted. I even mentioned this in another video, but basically I made my own system that takes the input from the controller and changes the options on the menus based on that. But there is one problem though. How can I type the name of my character if I don't have access to a keyboard? I want the game to be entirely playable with a gamepad, 100% of the time. And since I'm not publishing the game for PS5 or Xbox yet, I don't really have access to any virtual keyboards that comes with those systems. So I had the idea to build my own virtual keyboard, literally key by key. Each little button has their own name, which is the letter value associated with the key itself, and when I press the key it will add this value to the text. And I also made another kind of button that has this little icon here indicating which button it is. Some of them you gotta wait a little bit to confirm, and some others are instant. With this we can make other keyboard functions like activating caps lock or erasing a text. But there it is, the system is already fully functional and implemented to whoever has access to the closed alpha. My idea with this customization system is that besides being a way for the players to express themselves, it will also serve as a way of progression. Your character will have a level associated with them, and with each match you're gonna get EXP and your level is gonna increase. These clothing pieces will be rewards for reaching certain levels. Or even another progression metric that I want to have is how many enemies you defeated. So there would be, for example, a clothing piece you will unlock by defeating 1000 enemies or so, and that would have a level of prestige in and of itself. It would be similar to a game like Timberman, where you unlock more skins the more you play the game, and some of them are blocked with achievements. In the future I want to add more clothing, including some YouTuber and streamer exclusive stuff that you can unlock using a code, and even some clothing as like an Easter egg from Spark Mods. But that's all for today, see ya!